what's happening, guys? Well, here I'm doing my review of Transformers Dark of the Moon. I apologize before, I apologize because the review is a little bit late. I mean, the movie's been out for a couple of days now, but I just haven't had time, and right now I just got a good opportunity to do this, and I'm gonna get this out of the way. So a lot of people want to hear what I gotta say about the movie and all that. Before I continue with the review, I would like to say to everybody, because I know I'm gonna get bashed for this. I know so many people are not gonna agree with me, but I'm gonna address this to my very good friend Dino Last. Dino Last, I loved your review, and I think your opinion, that's your own opinion. You don't have to apologize to anybody and warn everybody. That's your own opinion. I respect that. I respect you, man, as a friend, as a great fellow collector. And I mean, I wouldn't even question you. I mean, that's your opinion on the movie. You didn't like it, you know. That's all up to you. So you don't have to apologize to all of us. You're a great person, man, and your review was very good, you know. And but I disagree with a few things. I just want to warn everybody about this. So Transformers Dark of the Moon released last Wednesday, really early during the week. I went to see the midnight screening. As soon as this movie was available, I went to see it. And this is the third installment of what I think is one of the greatest series in the movies. Of course, complete. You're not going to disagree as soon as I said that with me, but I don't really care. We have had 3 movies, and I mean the thing. Okay, this movie starts. The setting of this movie is in the 60s. Okay. And you are at the, oh my god, what a beautiful beginning of this movie. This how you start a movie. Okay, you're in the 1960s in the Apollo landing in the moon. Okay, Neil Armstrong and what's his name? What's that guy that he made a cameo on it? Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. Okay, Buzz Aldrin. Sorry about that. I mean. This is a very historic thing in the world, okay? So it is brought up in the beginning of this movie. And we already know from previous movies that we're not alone in the universe, that the Transformers are here and all that. But they still make this beginning to put you in there like you've never seen these things. And it's so suspenseful. And you already know this. But I mean, what a beautiful beginning that was, with scenes from past history and new scenes of the movie, and even CG work with like Kennedy in there and Nixon, and oh man, unbelievable beginning. If you tell me that like that beginning is not amazing, I don't know what you expect from movies. All right, I thought that beginning, that's how you begin a movie, with the Cybertron scenes, and oh man, I thought it was spectacular. I'm a huge Transformer fan. I've been a fan of Transformers since the 80s when I was a little kid, and I mean, I could never, I couldn't change anything on this movie. All right, it just looks unbelievable. I'll elaborate more on that and in a little bit. So we continue here. The beginning of this movie is beautiful. One of the scenes, like just in the beginning of this movie, you have Steve Jablonsky did the soundtrack of this. Steve Jablonsky is such a gifted artist. I'm a huge fan of soundtracks, and I think this movie's soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks ever composed for all 3 movies. Steve Jablonsky has composed all 3 soundtracks, and it is so epic. The music that drives these movies. And at the beginning, when you are inside the Ark, and they, the 2 astronauts leave, and then all of a sudden the camera goes in, and the movie hasn't even started yet, and you go in and you see in the vault there's a Sentinel Prime is in there, and that music, which I have playing right here right now, because I bought the CD, of course, of the soundtrack, and I'm telling you, man, I had chills. Okay, it was fantastic. The way they make that scene, the intro of that movie was incredible. So I'm gonna go on with some of the plot development of this movie. I mean, a lot of people just talking and saying about that they don't even care anymore about Sam, which Sam is, he's the leading, is side by side. I think Sam is alongside the story, because Sam is the liaison to these aliens or Transformers. Okay. He was chosen, their path intertwined with the Transformers because of his, grandfather and all that, discovering the, Megatron frozen in the Arctic in the part 1. So you know what I mean? Faith intertwined. So he has a big role in this, and and he has to be in the movie. This is his life. We're seeing Sam grow from a young kid in high school to you know what I mean, going to college, and now he is a man. Now he's getting a job. Now this is our life, guys. This is what we live for. You know, our family growing up. This is, you're seeing this guy's life through our eyes. It's like Harry Potter, man. You see these kids grow up. It's the same thing. And people say, "Well, I don't care about his family. I don't care about this." I'm like, that is one of the best parts about the movie. I know you. We all want to see. Hell yeah, I want to see a 4-hour movie of Transformers beating and destroying everything. And hell yeah, I love that stuff. This is one of the main things I like this. But you want to see this development. No, so a lot of people complain sometimes that there's not enough character development, and now you're trying to get these, you know, and Shia LaBeouf is a great actor. He's very believable, and you know, and then now people are complaining that they don't want to hear it. They don't even care about this guy anymore. Like, I don't understand that. I think he's great. His family is awesome. It is just a quick addition to the story. I mean, you see how it happened. They had a lot of involvement in part 1, less involvement in part 2, and like even less now in part 3, because the guy is growing up. He's detaching from his family. And hey, like my parents, my mom, at this age of me being 34 years old, my mom's still like trying to like see if I'm okay. You know, it's you know, bringing me food all the time, checking on me. I'm a grown man. I tell that to my parents. You know. Back up a little bit. You see where I'm getting at. This is the reality of our life, and it's great to get this little kid or this person involved, and then you are friends with these incredible beings. Like, how cool is that? This is where the magic of this movie is, and I don't think that people don't realize this. Sorry guys, there's some clouds going on here, but bear with me. So that's where the magic of this movie comes. Which I think it's fantastic. Our humanity mixed with these incredible events going on. So the story, very simple and very straightforward to the point. A lot of people complain, and a lot of people call Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen the worst movie ever made. That is, I mean, just shocked every time people say that, because I've seen worse and worse movies ever before than that. There's no way you can classify as a worst movie ever. And the story was simple. You know, the Fallen were here, and they wanted to take our sun and transform it into energy, and you know, the Earth will be done. Okay, no, we have no sun, no. So the Transformers are helping us defeat these guys. So I don't understand. I can see why, and we're going back to Dark of the Moon, why people did not like the movies, and people, I guess, expect complete seriousness and Shakespearean, you know, with the tea and a little glass tea, and you know, and a little folder reviewing movies through the movies instead of having your popcorn laughing with your family and friends. The little robots, the little comedy is back again. Guys, if you judge those little segments of comedy, which they're not bad, and they're very small, and you judge the whole movie in those little scenes, I mean, wow, you're really detaching on what the main focus of the movie is. Because I know guys, even co-workers, that were saying that, oh, those scenes did not need to be there, that was destroying the movie. I'm like, how is that destroying the movie? There was just, like, you know, a little bit of comedy here and there. That's Michael Bay style. You guys know this. You have seen 3 movies of Transformers. You've seen part 1. You didn't like part 1. You know what? Then don't go see the other 2, because this is Michael Bay style. And to me, Michael Bay is one of the best entertainers out there in the movie world. Again, you would disagree with me, but I think he's awesome. All his movies are entertaining. He was there could be nobody else better to do these movies, and you know what? It's Steven Spielberg backing him up behind these projects. It's for a reason. It's not for, I don't know, for his good looks or whatever. You know, Steven Spielberg he believes in Michael Bay, and he always puts the funding for this. And I'm telling you, the reboots of these, they'll be the worst mistake ever. That would be the worst movies ever. And you know what? Steven Spielberg will not be behind those projects. And you know what? I hope they ended, or I hope Michael Bay keeps making them. Michael Bay, keep making these movies. You're doing a great job. It is awesome. I think it's great. The way the camera shots, he's very elaborate with his camera work. He always pushes things to the limit, man. You know, this is not a Mickey Mouse operation. There's a lot of, you know, a lot of dangers involved with making these shoots, like the wingsuits and all that. That was spectacular in 3D. Which, yes, the 3D, it is unbelievable. There's only no other way to see this movie is on 3D. I saw it. I was blown away by the special effects of the movie. ILM again, pushing the boundaries of reality. Like, these things are there. That's it. When you're watching this movie, Optimus Prime is there sitting right beside these people, and it's just, if you would bring this movie into the 1940s, 1950s, I swear to God, people would have heart attacks, and they think these things are here and they're attacking us. So ILM, fantastic work. Another thing too, I think Michael Bay is so hated, and everybody hates Michael Bay and everything. Oh, he's just explosions and all that. I think it's because he glorifies the United States military power and the United States. I absolutely have no problem with that. He is a patriot. I don't live in the United States, I live in Canada, but I have lived in the United States before, and I support my fellow Americans in every single way. By the way, happy late 4th of July. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I have no problem. The guy's a patriot. He loves bringing it up and all that. And I don't know. I think people around the world don't like that. And they get offended real quick when he has those shots of the flag and the army guys. And that's the coolest thing, man. That's my favorite stuff. All the military power shown in these movies. It is so badass. It is unbelievable. So, the beginning of this movie, there's these rods that are going to help out open a portal to Cybertron, to bring Cybertron in our atmosphere. Sentium Prime is he's the main villain in this, because Megatron is like an underdog now. He's just Megatron was pretty beat up in part 2. He had nothing more to do, and it was actually really cool how Megatron was hidden. Like, he took a shape of this truck, or like an oil tanker, and he's in the desert and he's all beat up, and it's cool how he transforms, because you see the tarp on the truck, and when he transforms, the tarp becomes like a cloak. You know, he was in shadow. At the beginning of the movie, I didn't even know who that was until I'm like, oh man, that's Megatron. Holy shit, that looks awesome. So Megatron he's scarred and damaged, but I mean, he's on the side now. Sentium Prime, of course, guys, spoilers right here. Sentium Prime is he's the new villain in this movie. There's a few villains. There's Shockwave, a very threatening menace in this movie. Megatron, of course, Starscream, and all the Decepticons. But the huge double cross in this movie, which I was completely surprised. You know, Sentium Prime is introduced at the beginning. He's the savior. He was going to carry a new generation weapon to save Cybertron in the whole Civil War with the Decepticons and Autobots. And he makes a truce with Megatron to keep Cybertron alive. This was the whole thing. And the Autobots are here to protect humans and protect life. And, you know, Sentium Prime's like, screw this. We don't care about other races. We care about our own, saving our own. So he makes a truce with Megatron, and Sentium Prime double crosses everybody. Played by the voiceover by Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock, which is, I think, is fantastic. It was so awesome hearing his voice. I'm not a Trekkie or nothing like that, but I remember in the 1980s, I think, movie of Transformers, he had a voiceover in there, and it was fantastic hearing him again. I mean, it's so awesome. And Sentium Prime, man, I'm telling you, every time, like I said, he was in the scene, the music, oh my God, it was unbelievable, the musical score of this movie. And I mean, so Sentium Prime is here to activate these rods and bring out Cybertron. A very simple story, a lot of peril here. You got to stop it, and Optimus Prime completely confused here. As you can see in the background here, this is where they open one portal with one rod, and then the Decepticons start pouring in, and they take over Chicago, as you can see in the background here. Disaster, major invasion on Earth. I mean, this is the end of everything. And I was so shocked too of some of the violent scenes. Again, Michael Bay pushing the boundaries, because I know the guy likes to do a lot of violence in his movies and all that, but I mean, he has to hold back in the rating of this movie. And I'm telling you, people getting blown up, vaporized, skulls everywhere. Man, I was like, wow, I was just shocked. I was like, man, how can... I was on the whole time in that movie, the build-up of that movie, on the edge of my seat. And again, I heard people complaining about there was not enough action. There was like a lot of plot development. People are never happy. People are never happy. I hope Michael Bay does not listen to anybody. I hope he does his movies from, you know what, he wants to do this, and for the people, you know, don't, like I say, I don't, people are never happy. Oh man, it just is ridiculous.